Hey, how's it going, guys? Today we're going to be talking about some of the more timing-specific things that happen in the Air Force, like if you're going open, what time you're going to get your job, what time you'll realize, or what time they'll actually give you your job. We'll talk about some of the orders that you get, what time you find out what base you're going to, things like that. So, first off, your job. So 70% of you guys, you're going to go into basic training knowing what your job is. You're going to know that you're going to be an electrician or a plumber or whatever you're going to be. But then the other 30%, they aren't. They're going to be open job fields. So open mechanical, open general, open administrative, something like that. And basically what that means is you don't pick your job until basic training comes along. I don't know why they do this, but that's just what they do. So basically, you go into basic, and around third week, you'll sit down and they'll give you a whole list of jobs, and you pick which one you want. And then when seventh week comes along, that's when you find out what your job is. So once again, in like third week or in the middle of your training, you'll be sat down and you'll have a whole nother list. You just pick 7 of those jobs or whatever, and then when seventh week comes along, they'll tell you what it is, and that's how you find out. So it is kind of it is a little worse to be open, I'd say. Some recruiters say it's an advantage. I don't understand why. My reasoning on it is if you go into basic, I mean, if you're already in basic and you pick your job and you didn't want that job, like out of the 7 jobs that you picked, they picked the 7th one on your list and you didn't want it, then you're stuck with it. Whereas if you haven't joined the Air Force yet and you're still a civilian and you're picking through jobs like you would be, you pick through maps, recruiter calls you up, if he says, hey, we picked your 7th job on your list, you're going to be a cook or whatever, you can say, I don't want that job, I'm going to wait until I get my first pick. And they'll say, what? You can't do that. Or, whatever they'll say. But you can, because you haven't signed any legally binding contracts, even though you already went to MAPS, you already tested, you haven't shipped to basic. You can pull out of your Air Force enlistment up to the second that you get on that plane. So, or that you actually not even get on the plane, just sign at MAPS, your very last time. So, use that as ammo. Most recruiters won't tell you that. You can get your guaranteed job if you just wait for it. So there you guys go. Anyway, open jobs, I don't really suggest them. Just wait out to get the job that you want. If you want to ship quick, go open, because I shipped out in like 4 months with open. So yeah. Anyways, now finding out what kind of base you'll be stationed at. First off, with your job, you should know which base you'll be stationed at. You can look that up on the Air Force, airforce.com, or you can look that up just by asking your recruiter, and he'll tell you, oh yeah, mechanical job fields go to Shepherd, or they go to Keesler, or whatever. He'll tell you which base you'll be stationed at, and he'll also give you a rough estimate of how long you'll be there. Or there's some jobs that you actually go to a tech school, and you go there for 2 weeks, then you should go to another one for a month, you go to another one for 2 weeks, and so on and so forth. You just kind of bounce around. Mine was 2 months long, and I just stayed there. So that was that. Around me being there for a month and a half, I found out where I was going. So that's pretty common, pretty usual. It was on the little longer side because they were going real slow with the orders at the time. We were actually kind of afraid that we wouldn't get orders and we'd have to stay at the base just because of how slow they were going. But no, we got orders, and I'd say, this is a fun fact, like 80% of us got state jobs, and then like 20% got overseas jobs. I'll just say that. But that's pretty much it. That's pretty much when you get your assignments, and then from there you can go ahead and, like, at this point, if you haven't saw your like you saw your family at basic, you can hang out with them that weekend of basic training if they go to Texas and they see you there, and then you go to tech school, they go back home, and then at this point, after you graduate tech school, you can go visit them for 2 weeks doing a recruiter's assistance program, assuming you haven't gotten in any trouble. You still qualify for it. You go and basically help out your recruiter at his recruiter station for 2 weeks. Either a week or 2 weeks, you can pick. I chose 2 weeks. And basically, you just go from 8 until however long they keep you, and then you can go back home to your family, hang out with them for those 2 weeks. Sometimes he lets you off early, sometimes he doesn't. So that's really cool. And then, or you could just take leave and not take recruiter's assistance and take a leave. I think the max you can take right after tech school, it's between like 14 to 20 days based on which base you're at. So mine, I think my max was like 14 days, and then I just went to my base after that. And then once you get to your base, you're pretty much free to do what you want. You got to follow the commander's rules. You can visit family anytime you want. You just got to get the correct paperwork filed. Some commanders have different setups where like you can't. If there's like a 400-mile radius around the base, and if you go out of that, you have to have a certain thing filled out, or you can't do that on a normal weekend, or things like this. So you might have to wait for a 3-day or a 4-day weekend, or you might have to take leave or something like that. But those are just all based on commander. They're not really global. So you'll find that out once you get to your base. So we covered basic, your jobs, covered tech school. With tech school, you should probably find out within a month, and then you'll find out where you're going and at what time within like a month and a half. And then that's pretty much it. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions, go ahead and lay it down in the comments. I'm here to answer. I just wanted to say that YouTube's been pretty stupid lately with their inboxing system. Now, how it keeps asking if you want to use your real name. Well, I don't, so I just keep clicking no on it or whatever. But apparently, it changed it automatically for me. And so now, for some reason, I can't check out my inbox. I can't see if you guys posted comments. I can't see my personal messages, anything like that. So if you guys have a fix to this, you can help me out, lay it down in the comments too, because I can't really answer questions if I can't get into my inbox. I'll try to work it out, but yeah, it's kind of an issue right now, and I'm sure it'll be okay. But so yeah, there's that. If you guys have any comments, just go ahead and lay them down. Yeah, so thanks guys. Please post some video suggestions. I'll make more videos as it comes. Thanks a lot. Have a good day.